Sometimes the reality of life makes it hard to accept what the future's holding for all of us. Higher force calling us, unexpected visits to the coroner. When tragedy, pain has befallen us, and as we getting older, you quickly realize that you have to be stronger than you ever been. Lifespan has to be longer. Too many people taking life for granted. Too much negativity.
What's really good, ladies and gentlemen? This is the first ever Jokerz Club podcast. We're going to do things a little differently here. We're not going to do the typical podcast everybody else does and all that other bullshit. We're going to have some fun with it. We're going to talk some shit. We're going to debate a little bit. We're going to, give each other, well, I was going to say rub, but let me say pause on that. Matter of fact, let me not say nothing. Let me introduce the fellas. So we got Mr. Drake Adams. How are you doing, big guy?
Doing good, my man. I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Hey, listen, you're the boss. We got to have the boss on. That's how it works.
You already know.
All right. But now I got my homie. This is one of my peoples, Mr. Crooked Smile. Let him know what's really good, baby.
What's good, guys? How's everybody doing? Hope everyone's safe during this pandemic timing. Like I said, hope everyone's safe. Everyone's staying inside. Let's get this shit done with. And let's fucking get on with our lives. Let's have a fucking fun time with this shit tonight.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, before we jump into it, what we're trying to do is we're trying to have a little fun. So we're trying to entertain you guys. It's trying to build something fun, entertaining, safe. Stay the fuck inside. Like, let's not try to be superheroes and I'm not going to catch shit. Don't be a tough guy because tough guys end up dead. Everybody hang out at home, drink a brew. As a matter of fact, I got the boss. The boss told me, what were you drinking again that I've never heard of? You just told me a few seconds ago.
I felt like taking it a little cheap today and went out and bought some Bud Light Orange. Little orange zest in there, something a little fruity.
Whoa, podcast with 3 dudes and the word fruity pops out quick.
I'm secure enough in my masculinity. I don't know about y'all.
No, I'm just saying. This is what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to have some fun out here. But
you got the testicular fortitude there, chef?
Whoa.
Hey, man. Hey, the real stuff a real man drinks is that proper 12 Irish whiskey made famous by the most fucking notorious Conor McGregor.
Mark.
You know what?
Cream soda have an ass. Drink a little bit bubbly.
Listen, I'll be completely honest with you. I've had some proper 12. I think it's extremely smooth. And this is not a beer and wine or liquor or rum podcast, but we're just talking, having a good time. We're trying to tell you, stay home, enjoy these things. Me, I have a little shot. I got some crack in here. I love crack, and I don't know if a lot of people fuck with it. I do. But I have a few shots lined up. I'm going to mute my mic when these guys talk. I have a few shots, and if I start slurring words at one point, you know what? My bad. You know what I mean? Like, we're having fun out here. Now, let's start off with the Mecca of Mecca.
They say alcohol kills off this COVID shit, so might as well drink, right?
Bottoms up. Let's get it. So
I can plead to that shit right there.
So I think we start off with the coup de grace, WrestleMania. Now, from what I've been told, the tapings have been held today and tomorrow. I'd rather get your guys' perspective on what you think is happening, or what do you think they should have done with WrestleMania. I'll just say my little tidbit, and then I'm going to mute myself, and then we'll let Crooked go, and then we'll let Mr. Drake Adams go when he's finished. I think they should have pushed it back to July and August, have a summer event. I guess they didn't want to do that. They don't want to switch things up, keep it whatever. But that's what I think. Crooked, you let them know what you think, brother.
To be honest, I think you should have kept it in Tampa. Nothing too foul, nothing too harm. Have no fans there if need be. But you got to think this illness isn't an airborne illness. It's more of like a touching type illness and stuff like that, from what I know. But now, with you taking it out of Tampa and putting it in the Performance Center, that whole stage setup, you pretty much fucking off with it. Pretty much a loss of money. I know Vince has got billions and billions of dollars, but still, like, give the fans the epic shit of WrestleMania stages and shit. Most of us want to see the fucking stage just for the setup. Like, that's one of the most things people want to see before the matches. But most likely we'll probably see it during the Saudi Arabia event or something like that, I'm sure. Unless it's got something to do with, like, the pirate ship for the shitty-ass Buccaneer shitinaires or whatever they want to call themselves down there.
I guess, Mr. Drake Adams, you're up.
I don't mind that they're doing it in the performance center. There's no sense in using that giant space to not have a crowd. What I think they should have done is, since they're pre-taping it anyways, set the stage up out in Tampa. Tonight, have your people walk down to the ring. Tomorrow, have your people walk down to the ring. Since they tape in NXT tonight, you can't have those people do their entrances. But record all that. Record all the pyro and everything. So when you have your shows airing, this Sunday or whenever they're airing Mania, I don't even remember at this point. Whenever they're airing that shit, you can play their intro from Tampa. So they've got the stage presence, you've got the fireworks, you've got everything in there, and then you just do the match recorded here. It wouldn't cost all that much. I know they already paid the fees for this arena. They wouldn't have announced they're in Tampa anyways if they weren't, if they hadn't paid for the freaking stadium. So you've already got all this shit paid for. You already paid for the stadium. You damn well know they already ordered fireworks and put them in place. Why not use it?
I mean, that makes a good point, but I don't know. Like I said, it's just a weird. What happened, brother?
Well, no, I was gonna say I was passing by Full Sail just the other day, and they have like shitload of fucking semi trucks there. So I'm guessing they've already torn down everything at Tampa and brought it over to Orlando, obviously, because you have nowhere else to put it at the moment. But yeah, they got like a shitload of trucks over here at Full Sail University. So I don't know if they're bringing some of the setup that they can, or they're gonna try and like re-image the stage to where at least you have somewhat of a WrestleMania feel. But nah, like I was saying, like I passed Full Sail and they had like a shitload of stuff already outside.
Crooked, have you ever been to an NXT event?
I have not been to an NXT event, but I went when they had the Cruiserweight Classic a few years back. That's the only time I've been inside the Full Sail arena.
That's fine. That's perfect because that's my point. I was just curious if you were ever there while they set up the ring and everything. That's a very small venue.
Now, keep in mind, they're not filming at Full Sail. This is being at the Performance Center, which is bigger than Full Sail.
Yeah, it is bigger, but not by very much. I know when I went in there for the Cruiserweight Classic, there was only probably about a TNA-sized group, maybe about 1,000 people max, about 1,500, right about there.
Oh, that's not bad because I know that where they do NXT, that is a real small venue. So if it's pulling like an Impact Zone crowd, that's pretty good. I mean, you would still be considered a loss at the money that WWE pays their talents and everything else, and compared to what you would be getting at the Buccaneers arena. But I mean, listen, it is what it is. I mean, at that point, like I said, I don't know why he didn't push it back. Me personally, I would have pushed it back. I know you have storylines and all that other stuff, but I don't think that fans at this point with this pandemic would really cry. Your little fanboys that they're 55 years old, they're still wearing Hulk Hogan t-shirts, living in their mother's basements, they'd cry. But like at that point, like who cares about those losers? You know what I mean?
Down there.
My idea would be, go ahead, do your show in the Performance Center or whatever. Next year, Mania's in LA. We already know that. But do we know the year after? Why not reuse the stage and everything there if you're not going to use it now? Try and get Tampa for 2 years down the road, 3 years down the road. That way you're not taking a loss on all this shit, and you eventually get to use it.
That's a damn good fucking point. I'm not even mad at it. And I think that, let's transition into the Mania main events. Now, I thought there was two. Supposedly there's three. You have and please cut me off, somebody. So it's Roman versus Brock, right?
No, Roman versus Goldberg.
So Roman
Yeah,
versus
Bill
Goldberg. Taker versus AJ Styles, and what's the other third big match?
Brock versus Drew McIntyre.
Brock versus Drew. All right. I don't care about any of these matches. I cannot stand Goldberg. I never been a fan of The Undertaker. I'm not a fan of 9,000-year-old Undertaker who looks like he's 9,000 years old. I don't want to hear about him fitting his gimmick for once of looking like the dead man. He wrestles like a dead man. He's washed up. He's finished. You guys can say whatever you want after that. I don't care. I don't even care who goes next. All I'm going to say is I'm going to pick my man Drew to go over Brock Lesnar because Drew is the truth. And that's it. The rest of them don't care. So, gentlemen, please, whoever wants to talk next, talk next.
I'm going to say that they're going to have Roman beat Goldberg. At this point, if you want Roman to get cheered, which at this point, who gives a shit? The stadium's going to be empty anyways. You have to have him beat Goldberg because that's the only way you're going to get that man to get cheered at this point. He only been cheered one other time in his career, and that's when he returned from his leukemia bit. He is very clearly being treated like the next Cena, shoved down, everybody's throats, given these bum-ass storylines, and it's horrible. But the only way to get him over is to have him beat the man who took the strap off the Fiend. When it comes to Styles and Taker, I'm actually kind of excited for the match just because it's Phenom versus the Phenomenal One. I think AJ Styles can carry that match to something actually watchable. I think it'll be a decent match, but I don't know if they're going to give AJ the win on it. I can't put a statement on that.
Hold on, before you go to your next thing, when's the last Undertaker good match? Like when? Because remember, it's only like one time a year he wrestled. So please, is it like 2012 was the last time he had a good match? I'm just asking you.
Oh, no, I get you. I would say when he faced Mania, I can't remember what Mania number it was. He got him in the Hell's Gate as the finisher. Tripp reaches out for the sledgehammer and then taps. It was a great match end to end, but it was years ago. I completely agree with you there. It's been a while since that man put something watchable together.
And that's all I'm saying. Go ahead, Crooked. My bad. Go ahead, brother.
No, you're good. I was just saying, I think that's like WrestleMania 28, 29, something like that, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
And this one's what, 35 or 36?
36.
Woo! Woo! That's a long time ago, my man.
No, you're right. No, I agree with you completely, man. I respect him for his career and the career that he's had, but I've been saying for years now the man needs to hang the tights up, and I'm fairly certain that he wants to hang the tights up too. But if Vinnie Mac is going to come to me at 60, 50, however old he is, and he's going to say, here's, $2 million just to step in the ring and slap some fool around for a little, I'm going to take it every day of the week. I don't care how old I am. That's money.
Oh, facts. But listen, I'm not mad at the man getting the bag. I'm all about getting the bag. You know what I mean? So I give him credit. But at the end of the day, like as a wrestling fan, it sucks to see somebody's career. It's kind of like, because I'm a big sports guy. I played sports my whole life. When you see Jordan hang on too long, when you see guys just hang on and they start looking average at the end of their career when they were freaking superstars, you're like, damn, you know what I mean? Like you should have hung it up at your peak and go out on top. When you don't, it does to me feel like it tarnishes your legacy because he does wrestle once a year and he looks like shit.
I agree with you there, man. That's why, I've already, if I were in control of booking for WWE, I've already got the match to retire Taker. I've already got it written out and planned out, and it would have to be the guy to replace Taker because you can't just have him go out against an AJ Styles because AJ Styles doesn't replace Taker. He can fill the void of a really good in-ring competitor, one of the best, arguably. But he doesn't fill that void of that dark, super over character. And the only person that could do that would be, in my opinion, Aleister Black. but they're not pushing him that way, which
Wow.
is stupid.
I thought you were going to say Bray Wyatt. I was like, oh, he's going to go with the Fiend. And that's pretty. I love Aleister Black. I know him as Tommy, and so I'm a big Aleister Black fan. I did cut you off. I know you said
Ring name. That's all I'm doing, man. I know him as Tommy Yen too. That I've been lucky enough to stand face to face with that man a couple times, and it's to talk to him. He's a very educated dude, but in ring, it's another.
Facts. Crooked, go ahead, man.
He's very intelligent, but.
Crooked, what you got for these three bogus main events?
Well, I'm not very surprised on seeing Goldberg versus Roman, Spear versus Spear. I guess that's what they're calling it. I guess the one time in my fucking life I gotta cheer for Roman Reigns. I guess that way we have a champion that fucking actually defends it.
Yo, dude, let's not act like you don't got a fucking the Beast or Big Dog T-shirt inside your closet.
Yeah, no. No, but no, Brock and Drew. I actually think that will actually, with them being two bigger guys, I think they could actually pull something decent together. I think that will be an okay match, maybe a good match. I'll give it that. I'll give them a good match. Taker versus AJ. Their shit's gonna be kind of weird because AJ, because I was reading while you guys were going what you're doing. Apparently they want to have a graveyard match or some shit like that. It's never been heard of, so I'm guessing it's gonna be like a fucking buried alive match. I guess is what it's gonna come down to.
Well, hold on. They've had graveyard matches when Undertaker's been buried literally, like.
This one's called like a graveyard match or some shit like that. I don't like.
You don't remember the Mania where I think he wrestled against Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That was a buried alive match.
Yeah, but they had the hole, the grave where, and then they literally he took the thing and pushed the dirt over or whatever.
Yeah, buried alive, but I don't know what they're doing. But yeah, like I said, like it's. I have no fucking idea what they want to try to do with that. But yeah, no, they were. Oh, it's called a boneyard match. I'm sorry, my bad. It's called a boneyard match, and I don't know what the fuck that's all about. I'm trying to read a little bit at it, but I think they gave it Taker to AJ. Well, Taker requested AJ because he probably feels AJ can bring out the last bit of hope for him and give him an actual like nice way to leave. I feel like they'll probably give this match to AJ. Either way, AJ's such a big name. No matter what the fuck you do, you're not gonna pretty much bury this dude. This dude has such a name to him already that fans love him. You have him as a heel right now, and guess what? Fucking fans are still cheering for him. So I think they'll probably give it to AJ and give him the fucking boost and be like, oh, the Phenomenal One is the true one that actually beat the dead man. He'll probably say some shit like that, and then it'll carry on. But who knows? Either way it goes, I think AJ will bring the best out of Taker.
I mean, when you got nothing in the tank left, I don't know how much you're gonna pull out, but that's fair. That's fair. You know what I mean? Like, so here's my thing: all these empty arenas, right? And WWE don't have nobody around the crowd yet. They're setting up their shows. Like, if they are, and I was talking to you guys, I haven't watched WWE in a hot minute, and you guys will be able to talk about this. I'm gonna shut up as soon as I say this. You guys are talking about how they're still cutting promos as if the fans are going to react, or they're talking at fans. Just do me a favor, let them know how you feel about this. I haven't watched, so you guys would be able to be perfect about this. So you guys just go ham on them talking to crowds that aren't even there.
Yo, hold up 1 second. I gotta say this real quick. Shout out to fucking Chico Adams for being on AEW right now. Huge fucking props to that man. Great fucking talent here in Florida. My bad. I just had to cut that off. I see Chico Adams on the TV right now.
Chico Adams, do your thing, baby. I know you've seen him on NXT a bunch of times, and obviously now he's on AEW, so that's pretty freaking big. Like, Congratulations, homie. So, once again, one of you guys talk about this WWE cutting promos as if, fans are there. Don't care who does it, just go ham.
So yeah, I'll take start on this one since Drake Adams took the last start on the last comment. But I feel WWE pandering to the crowd with no crowd there makes it look like you're killing the business. You're literally making a mockery of not having fans there, and it's just like a few weeks ago they had Sasha and Bailey go out there and like say some stupid shit like, "Oh, I'm the best," blah blah blah. Let me hear you guys cheer if you don't think so. Obviously, no one's there; they're not gonna fucking cheer. So yeah, just them pandering like there's a crowd there makes no absolute fucking sense. But the cool thing AEW is doing, I know people are gonna probably call me a fucking mark because I'm going for AEW on this one, but they actually have some of the talent that's not being used during that night actually sit in the crowd and like mark out for some of the wrestlers and shit like that. Like they're having like Sean Spears out there like putting bets and like money bets on wrestlers and shit like that. They're having Sammy Guevara fucking sing Chris Jericho to the ring and shit. It's some funny shit. So like they're keeping you entertained, but they don't have it to where it's like stupid. Like they have it to where it's actually still entertaining, even though there's not fans there. Unlike fucking WWE where they're pandering to little Jimmys in the crowd and thinking they're gonna get a reaction.
All I'm gonna say is you can tell which company is thinking they've got the professional image, and you can tell which company is making sure their employment is happy, making sure their employees are happy. With WWE, they're paying the big bucks. Ain't no one gonna be able to match them in that. But it's very obvious, like how Crooked brought up that promo with Sasha and Bailey was dry, dude. There's more water in the freaking Sahara Desert than the liquid of that promo. It was abrasive. You're just sitting there watching it. I'm cringing at my home, and I'm not even there. The way you are supposed to, address when there ain't a crowd there is you talk to the camera. You talk to the people at home. You don't talk to the people that aren't sitting there. You talk to people that are, they're paying their cable bill, making sure they can watch this. They're making sure that they're tuning in every night to watch you. And you're going to sit here and you're going to be, oh, let me hear you guys say it. No, you don't do that. And even if you are going to do that, there's a better way to do it than that. It's just trash. And I agree with Crooked on the fact that AEW is doing it right by putting their unused talent sitting ringside. You got MJF paying off wrestlers and shit like that. It's great. It builds on characters, it keeps everything interesting, and it lets the wrestlers have fun. If they're not in ring, they can still be a personality on TV. If they're not performing, they're still performing, just not in ring. They're having their match, sitting ringside, talking shit to the guys in the ring, and it's a very entertaining thing to watch. I want to say I saw on Facebook on some wrestling page not too long ago, somebody was saying that that's what WWE needs to do is put some talent ringside. Hell, even if it's just people who are in the performance center, get them some airtime. Fill those seats. It doesn't need to be fans. You tell them, hey, you're going to be on TV. Go sit down. People will go. Anyone in the performance center will go do that. And it's just stupid to think that they're going to, no, we're just going to have an empty stadium. And the fact that they, we're going to do these matches where it's empty stadium. Now you've essentially ruined that entire gimmick by performing full shows in an empty stadium. Now it's just kind of stupid wall to wall. And AEW is really putting the gas in with this. They're putting the pedal down, and I think it's going to kind of show who actually gives a shit about who's watching, who actually gives a shit about the product.
No, that was fucking awesome. I mean, to be honest, the one funny thing that everybody always says is that WWE signs everybody. They got 1 million people on their roster, and yet you never see them. Well, this would be the perfect time to use that massive roster, just put guys around the ring and let them do what they do. I mean, I can't answer or say anything better than what you guys did. You guys just nailed it and killed it. So we're going to jump to AEW, which is starting to sound like we're like, an AEW super fanboy thing, but that's not how it is. We just keep it real. If someone does something stupid, we call it stupid or whatever. So AEW had a few cool things that came up. Um, Brody Lee being the Exalted One. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Everyone knew that Brody Lee was coming. Luke Harper, whatever you want to call him, was coming to AEW. This is not a secret. Everybody knew it. But for him to be the Exalted One, I kind of felt like it should have been somebody else because you knew that he was coming, and if he can cut a fucking dope promo, bet. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. I expected somebody else. I don't know why. It's Brody Lee, a super talented guy. Hope he kills it. Dark Order is looking better and better. And then you had Matt Hardy, who showed up. He did the whole Vanguard One thing, and I'm not a big Matt Hardy fan. Don't have to go into it. It's not like the story isn't, whatever. I just don't really care. I think he's boring as shit. I think that the broken gimmick was, absolutely garbage in Impact, in WWE, now in AEW, wherever else. I just think it's stupid. Kudos to him for, doing what he does and entertaining his fans and reinventing himself. Respect on that. Salute, I guess. But guys, go ahead. I said my piece on the two relevant things of AEW because not a lot has been happening. So I will go with Mr. Drake Adams because actually we'll go with Crooked because he had a nice little ending there. That Crooked, what do you think about Brody Lee being the Exalted One and your icon of icons, Broken Matt Hardy?
He's not my icon, but yeah, no. To be honest, I thought it was gonna be a whole nother thing. I didn't think Brody Lee was gonna be the Exalted One. I thought Matt Hardy was actually gonna be the Exalted One. Like I'm sure most people thought the same. But it's cool to see Brody Lee in a more refreshing type thing, knowing that he's been in the Wyatt family. He was technically the non-talker and stuff like that because obviously you had Bray talk the whole time. But it's going to be cool to see what they're going to do with Brody Lee, with him actually being the main piece of the Dark Order and stuff like that. He's the Exalted One. So now Drake Adams, that's your leader, Brody Lee, just so you know. And I'm not really sure on how I want to feel about this new Matt Hardy thing. Apparently he's got a new gimmick. Has some demonish type person coming out of him, like Dominguez or whatever the fuck it is. But yeah, it's some weird ass shit. He actually had your boy Rob Risen was actually on a Free the Delete video, and he actually did a small bit with Matt Hardy.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, I enjoyed it, like I said, but also, it's the homie Rob Rise is my dude, so of course I was gonna enjoy it. I just think that this gimmick, and I'm sorry for cutting off the balls, but this gimmick was a big thing for Impact when it first happens, but it was also really bad too because it hijacked it. Like they weren't even defending the belts with Impact. They were in other companies and winning belts from everywhere else, and all the attention was on that when, it kind of made everything else in Impact look, cheesy or whatever. But boss, my fault for cutting you off. Brody Lee, Matt Hardy. I heard that you had version 1 pajamas when you were younger. I don't know if that's true, but go ahead, Mr. Drake Adams.
That's all right, man. The cutoff will reflect in your paycheck. Version 1 pajamas? Nah, I'm a big money Matt guy. I agree kind of with Sean here. I was expecting to see Matt be the Exalted One, but I'm not surprised that they didn't go with it. It's a decent swerve on us. I'm gonna counter you on this one though, Crooked, that we aren't seeing anything new with Brody here. He's essentially Bray Wyatt 2.0. He's just a new ringleader with the same gimmick. I do appreciate the stab at Vince, though. The whole Christopher Daniels, you're not the first old man to not believe in me. Great line. Hashtag shots fired, whatever you want to say about it. But solid shit. Solid shit. I don't know who I would have put in that Exalted 1 spot. I guess we'll just sit back, just like everybody else, see how it plays out. I don't think he'll do a terrible job, but I don't know where I would go with it.
Would you have been cool if they would have put Jimmy Havoc in there?
No.
Really?
No. I like Jimmy Havoc. I think he needs to stand on his own.
Okay.
What's up, Crooked?
No, I'm saying I don't think he would fit the image for Dark Order because he's more of that like hardcore violent wrestling type stuff. He's not more of like this like leader of like a dark per se shit and all this other stuff. I don't think it would have fit his character, to be honest.
I tell you what would have been dope though is throw Lance Archer in that spot.
Well, I kind of like what they're doing with Lance Archer and Jake the Snake. First of all, and I really want you to go into Matt Hardy, but if anybody tells me Jake the Snake didn't cut a fucking mean promo when he was in the ring with Cody, that's old school cutting promo versus new school bullshit. Jake the Snake Roberts murdered that shit. I'm just saying.
He killed it. You're right.
I think TJP would have done better.
This fucking guy in that TJP shit, man. Bro. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out, please. And being completely honest here. If you put TJP in AEW, right? The only person TJP could literally feud with would be Sammy Guevara. You're not putting TJP against Chris Jericho. You're not putting him against John Moxley. You know what I mean? Like, you're not putting him at any of... There's no fucking way he goes up against Kenny Omega, neither. If TJP ever gets in a fucking wrestling ring with Kenny Omega, it's the most disrespectful shit to a guy that's have a fucking super ill career. You know what?
Guevara would tear that man apart.
Facts. Your man TJP would get smoked.
The wrestling charisma those two would have, bro. Kenny Omega and TJP in the fucking ring. Come on now.
Are you kidding me?
5-star match, bro. Maybe a 6-star match.
This would be the first 10-star match.
I'd give it a negative 6-star. I'll tell you that much. Kenny gonna live up to his name and clean the friggin' ring with him.
Yo, boss, what is wrong with this guy?
Like, you told me he was a good hire. I don't know, man. That's on you.
Yeah, I mean, it's my guy. It's my dude. Listen, as long as, I don't know where the TJP thing came from. Like, this shit is so left field. You're like, does TJP know? Yo, we got to, I know TJP is up there, but we got to get people to reach out to this fucking guy because we got to get him on. So Crooked can have this like weird fucking bromance thing, and we get it on the show because this is insane. The TJP,
I'm telling you, we need to book this: a Crooked Smile and TJP Bromance 2.0 reunion.
Holy shit, yo, dude.
Yo, I'm telling you. Chef is like a huge fanboy for Braxton Stutter or whatever the fuck his name is. I think he's the fucking Cleaver or whatever the fuck on AEW. But Chef has like a fanboy crush on him.
When have I ever talked about him?
Hey, but the Blade's actually good.
Listen, yo, he's super salty. I'm just asking questions. I don't know where the TJP thing came from. And all of a sudden, you got TJP, who's the greatest wrestler that ever laced them up. Like, fuck Ric Flair, fuck Hogan, Harley Race, Arn Anderson, all the Undertakers, fuck all these guys. TJP is that guy.
Man? Who's Macho Man? Number one, TJP. Number 1, TJP. Number 2, Gilbert.
Number 1, TJP. Number 2, TJ Perkins. Number 3, Suicide. Number 4, Manic.
Wow. Almost his top 5 is full of one dude.
Oh man, y'all like to fucking give me a lot
It's
of.
as if he a Mick Foley fan too.
Nah, Chase, you're more of a Selena Del Rita fan. I know you that. You're like a fucking mark over her.
Oh, hold
She's a
on.
decent manager. I'll give her that.
Hold on. The one cool thing I can say, I'm glad you bring this up because I'm giving a selfish plug to ourselves. As we're speaking, my boy is uploading the Selena Del Renta interview. So before this comes out, that will be up already because that's going to be on. It's already on. I just got to title it. So I hope you guys listen to that, which is the boss's favorite female wrestler of all time. And eventually we got to get the bromance love affair between TJP and Crooked Smile, who obviously TJP is the greatest wrestler to ever live.
And I know you be asking for those custom matches, Drake Adams. I know you be doing it. I've seen your PayPal account.
You ain't seen shit, fool.
All right.
There's that custom match of Selena Del Rita and whoever. I think it was Santana Garrett.
I would pay to see that just to see Garrett mop the floor. Chef, who's this cornball?
Yo, he's my guy. I don't know. He's just bugging out.
I think you're trying not to get a paycheck this week. You screwing me over here.
No, not me. Listen, I'm trying to do my thing. We're in quarantine time. I don't want the next time I'm going back to work. Hey, listen, I don't like nobody playing my money. Hey, yo, Crooked, man, chill with this shit because I don't know what you're doing. Matter of fact, let's forget about all this madness. Greatest tag team of all fucking time. Go ahead, each one of you pick one. I'm going to go last. This would be. Go ahead, Crooked.
Go for it, Crooked.
The best tag team in ever of all time.
Well, let me just not ever. I don't want to hear about motherfuckers we didn't watch. I think that when I do these things, I like to keep it on people that I grew up on or right now. I hate going back to I don't want people. I'll never sit there and say Jerry West was the greatest ball player of all time. No, he stopped playing before I even knew what the fuck a basketball was. You know what I mean? So I try to keep it on my era to what I know. So from when you were a little kid to present day right now, greatest tag team you've ever seen.
Shit. I'll probably have to go with. Damn, there's a lot of tag teams though. That's the whole fucking problem. I'm gonna go with a rarity one here. I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of shit for this one, but I'm saying as a smaller style tag team, I want to say fucking Motor City Machine Guns.
Well, that's a good one. That's a good one. I'm not even mad at that. That's
Oh shit! Approval. Oh fuck.
Mr. Drake Adams, who you got, homie?
I was gonna say TJP and whoever the fuck he was with the Revolution.
Shit, it
I'm
wasn't
about to
James
reach through this
Storm.
phone and slap this fool.
He loved Spirit Squad. That's his favorite tag team.
Whoa! So,
Hey, you leave
were
Kenny and Nikki out of this.
you were gonna say Mahabali Shera and TJP? Is that what you were gonna say, Crooked?
I was joking. Yeah, I was gonna say those two. But
Oh my God!
Drake
All right,
loves.
Drake Adams, who you got, big man?
I always liked the Road Warriors, but that's a little before my time, so I'm gonna have to go with probably. I'm really jiving on the Lucha Brothers right now, man. I'm really feeling them. They definitely better than the Bucks. They definitely better than pretty much anyone else you can put up against them, and they're still out there killing it to this day.
It's a good call.
Literally.
Whoa, why'd you give them the whatever? The Lucha Brothers are doing their thing.
I don't know. I just don't like their style. I don't know. Could just be me.
Hold on. Are you saying Pentagon fucking Jr. ain't the shit?
He almost broke his neck at fucking last Impact that they were at on a fucking ladder match.
Hold on. Listen, this wrestling crazy
He's
shit
probably
fucking
in the match with CJP.
All right. I'm going to go with fucking Axis Smash because I don't know, as a kid, I thought they were the coolest motherfuckers ever. Those are some weird ass dudes, and I dug them. I definitely.
Chef, you forgot, man. You forgot. Eli Drake and Scott Steiner, bro.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Yo, dude, like.
Fucking team right there. I forgot about him. But that's the best fucking tag team. Eli Drake and fucking Big Papa Pump.
Bro, Big Papa Pump was fucking washed up when that happened.
It wasn't even a real tag team, let's be honest.
I mean, yeah, it was just Eli Drake trying to fucking hold it down. Listen, Eli Drake is a one-man show. Let's just go there. Like, I would love to see Eli Drake in AEW. That's my own biasness. I think we would all go with that too, because I would love to see Eli Drake, MJF have a fucking feud, and you would see raw dope promos every week. But once again, that's my own thing. Once again, I'm gonna stick with Axis Smash. We got the Lucha Brothers, and then you got the Motor City Machine Guns. I got no problem with any of these tag teams. I'm glad he didn't say freaking Mahabali Shera and TJP, because that would have definitely annoyed the shit out of me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though. You brought fucking Eli Drake and fucking have MJF. You know how fucking awesome of a tag team that would be as well? Like that heel chemistry and that heel mentality for the both of them. We got MJF out here flicking off little kids during a fucking meet and greet. Eli Drake is calling people dummies and everything else like that. So that could be a hell of a fucking team right there. Like some funny shit, to be honest.
It's true. And if you want to be on some real wild shit, and you really want to start making a faction of dope talkers, throw EC3 in that mix too.
Bro, a fucking 6-man
tag. Free the three, man. Free the three.
Yeah, man. Yo, we gotta make I think what Drake, didn't you bring that up? Didn't you say the free the three?
I did just now. I don't know if anybody said it before me. I thought I was being creative.
All right, you know what? I'm going to do a T-shirt tomorrow. I'm going to design it, free the three. We're going to see how we can actually have some fun with this. But here we go. Greatest top 5 heels of all time. We're not going to pick 5 heels each. We're going to come up with a list of the 5. I want to start because I think at number 1, and we could debate it, it's cool. We got to come up with 5. But I'm going $1 Million Man, definitely in my top fucking 5.
I don't know if I'd put him at 1. I'd have to go with the original heel, the bad guy, Razor Ramon.
Oh, well, here's the thing, and I'm not trying to take it away because that's a damn good fucking call. But I don't know. Do you remember a lot of $1 Million Man promos? Where
no, I'll give you that. Man was fire, but in the ring, a little lacking.
Well, yeah, no, we're just saying heels, just bad motherfuckers.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
not in ring. I'm saying heels, motherfuckers that people hate.
Yeah, I can get behind that. Then I'd definitely say Ted DiBiase's up there.
All right, you know what? Let's not do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just try to come up with 5 dope ass motherfucking heels. So we got Ted DiBiase's going to be in there somewhere. Razor Ramon is definitely another motherfucker that pissed people the fuck off. Crooked, who you got? Because we got 3 more slots, and you don't get a pass.
And no TJP either.
No fucking TJP. I don't even think he's ever played a heel.
He has, but past that. Are we allowed to go?
By the boos that come down the ring too.
Current wrestlers as well.
Everyone. Current. Oh, you're definitely going MJF. He's been riding his sack so hard because he fucking flicked the little kid off. Go ahead, say it, brother. Go ahead.
Chris Jericho.
As a heel, I don't know.
I don't know
Bro,
if I'd say top 5 greatest, but he's definitely a great heel.
He's a great heel, but he wouldn't be in the top 5.
I'd put him at like right at the 5th slot.
Wow. I don't know, man.
You want somebody else?
Honestly, I mean, since you've been bringing up the name, I'd probably put MJF above Jericho in terms of heeliness.
Facts. In such a short time, I definitely go with that. Dude, he's fucking hated.
They happen to give free tickets away for him.
Your boy's on TV. You're a fanboy. You better get on TNT real quick. Better hurry up.
Who the fuck is my guy?
Your boyfriend, Matt Hardy.
Man, ain't nobody fucking give a fuck what that motherfucker's doing. So, all right. So we got 3 of them. We got MJF, we got Ted DiBiase, we got Razor Ramon. What about Hollywood Hogan?
No.
Fuck Hogan.
No Hogan?
There's better than that.
You're going to say Hogan is better than Chris Jericho?
I said Hollywood Hogan. If you looked at the impact of how fans reacted to Hollywood Hogan is the reason why I'm throwing it out there.
No.
I'm not going to give that because it was just a swerve. It's not like he was a great heel or anything. They just the writers swerved everybody. That's it.
That's WCW for you.
WCW.
I mean, if you're going to give the heel, you still go back to Razor on that because that's Scott Hall standing there in that ring, man. That's Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. They provided the heel there. Hogan was still over his shit as NWO.
That's true. That's true. All right, so we got 2 more slots to fill. Who we got?
Vince McMahon.
Are you fucking kidding me? Well, yeah, there you go. Vince McMahon.
Point proven.
No, shut the fuck up quick, though. I was like, oh, what the... Yeah, you're right. You're right. So definitely Vince goes in there. So who's that last man? You want to say James Storm or no?
I was thinking James Storm, to be honest.
James Storm popped in. I'm fair with it if you guys are fair with it.
Storm was good. Bram was good.
Yeah, but you know what it is? They don't let Bram go too ham with it. Like, if you watch his UK shit, yeah, I would definitely say that. But, like, with Bram, they limit him so much. You know what I mean? Like, I like what they're doing with him in NWA. I'm good with either. I'll let you guys select, and I'm completely fine with both of them.
Yeah, to be honest,
off that list
if
you're
going streetwise heel, fucking Eddie Kingston, bro.
Oof, Eddie Kingston is
I'm passing both of them up, but sticking with an Eddie Guerrero.
Whoa. You know what? I'm going to have to go with Eddie Guerrero there, too. Because even as a fucking bad guy, for some other fucking reason, people loved him. They hated him and loved him.
Latino Heat,
Lachi and Steel. That guy was an asshole. Like, and I'm not saying outside the ring. I'm just saying in the ring, the way he manipulated shit, it was so done at times so bad. Like, you know, he would throw something.
That custody match.
Which one?
The custody of Dominic match.
Oh, that was some savage shit. That was savage.
Bro,
I like Eddie, man.
I just loved how he performed, like, especially like how he fucking ended shit with that fucking steel chair shit, like all the time, most of the time. He just fucking whacked that chair down, throw it across, and be like, bro, the shit was so fucking smooth. It was just like,
listen,
want to steal that shit.
He's a fucking legend. Like, I can't remember a bad thing. I remember Latino World Order in WCW, which wasn't bad. He even did the shit with China that was fucking pretty dope too. Like, yo, he had some dope shit. You know what I mean? Like, Eddie Guerrero was a fucking... You know what? Eddie Guerrero goes in there just because he's a fucking legend, and I agree. So Eddie Guerrero makes our 5. Don't matter what order. Those are the 5 baddest motherfuckers, and I'm gonna stick true. I like what we picked. Now,
Yes. On the promo, what do we have to keep it as a actual wrestler, or we can have a manager in there?
I mean, who would you pick as a manager? Because I'm curious.
Paul Heyman.
Oh, that's a fucking good one. Paul
And
Heyman.
as a secondary manager, I'd go with Jimmy Hart.
I was just about to say Jimmy Hart has to be up there.
Jimmy Hart, yeah, but yeah, I agree with Jimmy Hart too. Yeah, definitely. Actually, thinking about it, I was just like, wait, heel wise, and I was like, wait, never mind. I look back in my mind and realized I would.
Yo, Jimmy Hart was a wild motherfucker, bro.
He didn't give a fuck.
All right. Last topic, because we did have something, and I'm going to go away from it. Wackest gimmick of all time. We did have something like this prior. I want one name, and that's it. And I'm going to tell you why I'm going to pick this person. But I want, you know what? Who wants to go first? You want me to go first? You guys want to go first? What do you want to do?
We're gonna let you go first, Chef.
Okay. I'm going to sit there, and I'm going to say Disco Inferno is the wackest gimmick I've ever seen in my fucking life watching wrestling. He couldn't be over in the fucking NWO. If you can't be over in an NWO, which is the greatest fucking faction of all time, your shit is trash. So I don't care who says what. And I know he probably got, a bunch of fans and cool, dude does what he does, respect. But as a gimmick, I think the Disco Inferno shit is the worst gimmick I've ever seen. It's worse than Bastion Booger. It's worse than whoever else you want to put in it. It's worse. It's even worse than the fat fucking guy that jumps out of the cake and shit. Like Disco Inferno was a bird.
Hey, don't be messing on Drake Adams' boy here, the big fat oily guy.
Do I look like Johnny Knockout to you?
Whoa.
Take it easy, Johnny Impact. Take it easy.
So,
Hey, I ain't into big sweaty men.
Wow. Crooked, who you got as worst gimmick that you've ever seen?
Personally, I would say
Listen as the crowd goes silent. Who?
I would say Sandman, because personally I don't fucking like him. The gimmick was stupid. You're fucking coming down to the ring drunk and everything else like that. It made no fucking sense. But I'm just not going to be fucking biased because I hate the fucking dude. I'm going to say Doink the Clown probably had the worst gimmick.
Wow. Okay. Doink the Clown. Forgot about Doink the Clown. Jeez. Boss, what you got, boss?
All right, I'm going to pass up on a Red Rooster. I'm going to pass up on the Gobbledygooker. I'm probably going to have to go with the Shockmaster.
That's a shitty gimmick.
Appeared one time, tripped, fell, and disappeared forever.
Holy shit. All right. You win on that one. You get that one. So, is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Is there something you want to debate? Is there something? What are we missing right now? Or are we good? What's going on, fellas? Let me know.
I think we good, man. I think we touched on just about everything that's going on right now. Obviously there's going to be more shit to talk about, but we can all save some content for the next show.
Absolutely, absolutely. So do me a favor, fellas. Please plug your Instagrams. Let them know how they can find you. Go ahead, since Crooked wants to mute himself forever, Mr. Drake Adams, please plug yourself.
You can find me on Instagram at DrakeAdams_JCW. Go ahead, give me a follow. Keep your eyes peeled.
Crooked, what you got? or are you just getting passed by?
Not getting passed by, motherfucker. You can follow me on crooked_HT6, and you can find out what I'm doing here on out. April 2nd, I'm going to plug it since it has not been canceled yet. I've had 3 cancellations on me so far. I was actually going to rack up March and April to go in fucking heavy for WrestleMania week, but everything got canceled except for this one as of right now. April 2nd, I will be in Cocoa, Florida at the Cocoa Convention Center. No, the Cocoa Space Coast Center, I'm sorry, for the Atomic Revolutionary Wrestling Shamrock and Brawl. The show will start at 6 o'clock. It will end before 9 o'clock. That way you can get home before this fucking hoorah shit of this lockdown and all that. But yeah, I just want to give that plug out. And also, watch out on the Instagram page because I'm going to start posting a lot of shit. And I might be throwing some hints at some future shit that's going to happen. Just saying.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all should know my fucking name. I'm not even going to put it out there. I've been on enough of these stupid-ass podcasts for way too long. I'm not even... Y'all already know. Fuck me. It's all about the homies here. Please follow them. Understand that what they do is some dope shit. These are 2 young guys that getting their shit together. So it's all about them. I'm having fun with this. We're having a good time. We hope you guys are staying safe. We outie. Peace.